exciting episode of Battle of the Beast. This is battle number 76. This is the second to last battle in the entire tournament.
Ah, right. Okay. So if you couldn't tell already, I used the audio I used for introducing the semi-final round of Battle of the Beasts of the original tournament, hence why battle number 76. I thought it was a really funny idea, and just to have it go on, I sit down, about to start talking, and then my voice just starts talking over me. Not the first time I got spoken over, though. Especially by my own voice. So yeah, welcome to Battle of the Beasts. This is Battle of the Beasts Specials Generation. This is the first round of the semi-finals. And we are at... Sorry, I keep forgetting to check. We are at battle number 22. Battle number 22. Wow, only... Wait. No. We can't be at battle 22. We had 25 beasts, meaning we should be at battle 23. Hold on. Huh? We had 25 beasts. There are three battles left. Okay, yep, okay, the maths is correct. There is 20, we're at battle number 22, and here we have the first two of the semi-finalists to fight it against each other. I hope the intro was rather entertaining, and then there was my little mess up when it came to figuring out what battle number it is, even though it was right, I just didn't trust myself. So, here we are. The first two beasts fighting it out is Creta, the Winged Terror, versus Falkor, the Coiled Terror. Wow, Battle of the Terrors. Good thing there isn't no terrible. Good thing there's no terrible terrors in there, or monstrous nightmares. Wrong franchise. But they're both from the same franchise, but it is a good thing they're not there. What's about Whispering Death? Oh, maybe a Night Fury. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, so yeah, here we have Creta versus Falkor. So I have no idea which beast is gonna win. I honestly don't really mind which beast will make it through because they both earn their spot here, and I'm glad it's these two fighting against each other because these two have skipped around, whilst the other semi-finalists haven't. So at least I know that one of the finalists has not skipped a single round, whilst the other finalists, one of these soon-to-be finalists, would have skipped a round. Question is, would it be round 2 or would it be round 3? I don't know. Let's find out. So, oh god, I just looked. I saw my facial reaction when I said, "Let's find out." I was like, "Oh god, why do I not belong in the? I belong in the mental asylum." Sometimes the facial reactions I make are a bit strange, per se. So yeah. Right, let's get into this. So, to start things off with, the first thing I need to mention, if I was to be honest, I would have wanted Creta and Falkor to not go against each other and have one go against Raksha and the other go against Mortax. Because my prediction would have been that the final two would be Raksha and Mortax if they didn't go against each other. And that would have been the battle to shake the earth and ruin the stadium and all that. And now they're fighting in the semi-finals. So that means... whoever wins these two battles, I need to make one hell of a good battle out of those two beasts. So, hopefully it'll go good. It'll go well. And also, something else before I get into this fight. In case it isn't obvious already, due to there only being 3 fights left, and I'm afraid Lucas's help with randomizing the battle matchups for this tournament has come to an end, because after these 2 fights there'll only be 2 beasts left, and I don't really need a matchup randomizer for that because there's only 1 fight. So There's no point in that. So, Lucas, this is to you. Thank you for randomising the matchups for this tournament. I hope you're looking forward for the new generation tournament matchups as well as much as I am. And sorry for the bit of the delay when it came to sending this video out. Because I wanted there to be a bit of a break between round 3 and this one. Because I didn't want to go straight into the next round. Because I needed a break. I need my brain to get some breaks at least. I say that, and I've got pretty much the entire month off work. So, happy 1st of July, by the way. Yeah, I got lots of days off work in July. So, if I do not upload a lot of videos, I don't have a reason for that. I'm going on holiday at the end of July, so I might do a vlog, might not, I don't know, they might be in separate parts. It depends what I really want to do at the time, because my close friends I'm going with actually do not know about this channel, and in all fairness, I don't really want them to know about it, because it's not something I like to bring up in conversation, and I don't really want to brag about something. Yeah, I got... Oh god, I don't even know how many subscribers I have. 170, I think? I got that much subscribers. It's not something I want to brag about. I mean, 170, that's quite a lot. I'm really grateful about all those subscribers. Thank you, by the way. But I don't want to tell them about it as I just see it kind of rude. Just saying, oh yeah, I got 170 people that subscribe to me just because I make Beast Quest content, Pokemon, and a bunch of other stuff. What do you do? So it's just bad. I'd rather just stick to what we do normally. I may make a vlog about it, just us exploring where we're going, but that's it. 7-minute intro. God's sake, I can't do a short intro. But before I go on a big tangent, Creta versus Falkor. Let's get into this. So, close your eyes and we weave you a tale of how one beast destroys another for one spot in the final. So, as the chamber doors open, both the beasts come out of their chambers. Falkor slithering his way out, and Creta stomping her way out. They see each other immediately. Falkor calls up and hisses menacingly. Creta doesn't even do anything, just stares at him. Like that. What is wrong with me today? Something is seriously wrong with me today, and I need to figure out what it is. Yay! So, Falkor slithers up to Creta at full speed, and at last minute turns his body round, swinging his tail directly towards Creta. It hits Creta and knocks a few stabias away from Creta, but other than that, doesn't do much apart from move Creta back a bit, but that's it. Impressive. Very impressive. So, what is wrong with me today? Falkor turns back around, swinging his head, letting loose some drops of venom from his fangs, just going on top of the. What is my arm movements doing? Dropping some acid on top of Creta. The stabias that come into contact with it just start melting away, but it doesn't do much as there are billions and billions of stabias put together. Like 5, maybe 10, heck, I'm tempted to say maybe 100 dissolved there. But other than that, before the acid decided to disappear. So, not much has happened to Creta. Creta makes a sound that almost sounds like a laugh. And if Beast can speak, Creta will be like, haha, that's cute. Now let me show you what I have. Creta swings her front claw up and slashes Falkor straight in the... right on the face. Scratching the cheek and just barely missing the eye. Just getting the little underpart there, and the scratching going all the way to the corner of his mouth. Falkor reels his head back, feeling the pain, lifting his tail to stop the blood from leaking out. And he moves his tail, looks down at it, sees blood dripping out. He smiles. Like I don't really know. I can't really think of a comparison, but it's just like. I can only imagine what Falkor is thinking. Falkor probably thinking, all that for a drop of blood. I'm sorry, I watched Infinity War the other day, so... I watched Infinity War a couple days ago, and I'm just thinking of Infinity War quotes. Falkor lifts his tail and slams it into the ground, shaking the ground beneath him and Creta. Creta starts feeling the shakes, losing some stabias in the process. Falkor like that, like just does this with his head, but bites down at Creta, and with the fangs, with the venom, all stabias that come into contact with Falkor's fangs dissolve, and he moves his mouth around, just forming a little bite mark, if that makes sense. Dissolving any stabias come into contact with it to where the point where there's just a big chunk of Creta just separated, where it just collapses and falls straight into Falkor's mouth, where Falkor just swallows it whole. Creta, screeching in pain, swings her head around, using her horns, and just hits Falkor away, whilst also ripping off some scales from his head, neck, and causing more blood to spill out as well. And also one of the horns actually hits Falkor in the eye. Creta realises her head is stuck because one of the horns is lodged in his eye. Falkor's pulling back. Creta's pulling back. What Falkor does is that he holds his ground by pushing his tail against Creta. Creta's just pulling away to the point where the Falkor's eye comes loose and comes out of Falkor's socket, and they both fall back. Creta gets back up, and Falkor does with one eye, obviously. Let's say this one remaining. Look, cause, I don't know why. Let's say that one actually. Just looks towards Creta and sees his eye just on, like, pierced straight through on one of Creta's horns. Falkor hisses in rage. Creta, what sounds like laughing, probably thinking, pass my body for an eye. Falkor, hissing in rage, just swings his head around violently, letting loose more acid drops, hitting the ground, dissolving little dents. What the hell? Little craters in the ground, not big, just like the size of a 50p coin, so not very big. And others hitting Creta, doing around the same what the original lot did. Creta is just at that time just moving forwards as well, shrinking her wings down to where it's just refilling any spot that's been taken out of Creta, just so Creta remains whole. Creta stands on her hind legs, lifts her claws and claps her claws together with Falkor's head in between, grabbing hold of Falkor's head, digging her claws straight underneath Falkor's scales, and just pulling down, just pulling her aside. Falkor, screeching in pain, lifts his tail, wraps his tail around Creta, and pulls as hard as he can. Creta, realising that the best thing to do before more of her gets broken, she just starts deforming her head to where it's just billions of stabias just getting out, and Falkor's grip just goes loose, and his grip on Creta has been gone, and the billions of stabias that were Creta's head is now flying all around Falkor's head, which is locked in place by the claws. Falkor goes to wrap his tail around one of Creta's hind legs, pulls there, and causes the rest of Creta to just fall down, causing her to release her grip off Falkor's head. However, there's still billions of stabias like in a swarm just clouding around Falkor's head. The rest of Creta goes into their tiny little stabia forms, and eventually all of Falkor's head and around up to here with his neck is swarmed with stabias. Falkor and all the stabias are just going on to Falkor, just finding any little crevice they can to go inside of Falkor, just going inside, causing Falkor to get really twitchy, really panicky, shaky. You know what I'm feeling, right? To the point where there's only a couple million stabias left, and there's billions of stabias crawling all around inside. Oh god, the feeling. Oh god, the description. I hate the description. Just crawling around inside Falkor. Falkor realizing that he can't do anything because there's no holy water in it. I know it's not holy water, but I'm calling it holy water. Realises there's no holy water nearby. What Falkor does, trying to release all the pain he can, he charges away from the stabias that were outside of Falkor and charges straight into a wall of the Colosseum, causing it all to fall on top of him. And then there's just a pile of rubble with Falkor's tail just lying on the ground. The rest of the stabias form together to... I don't even know what part of Creta they'll form. Okay. What was that? Okay, we'll just leave that. They're just in their swarm. Just stop what they're doing. Still flying around, but just staring at that rubble. Falkor gets back up. Still feeling the bits of the pain, but not as severe as it was. He gets back up away from the rubble. His socket is bleeding out. His other eye is really like redder, like really red, and the parts of his scales which are gone, it's just covered in bruises and just bleeding. But Falkor's still standing, just trying to get rid of all that pain. I'm exhausted describing this fight. Oh, I got such an obnoxious laugh. Falkor still feeling that pain. Knows that to win he needs to kill all of Creta. But it's not gonna work. It's not doing so good. Falkor, he swings his head around, releasing more drops of acid where it's going towards the stabias. It's hitting the stabias, but because there's so many, and the more he hits, the less there are, causing them to be harder to hit. There's only, let's say, 400,000 stabias left. But there's still a fair amount just crawling inside of Falkor. Falkor is feeling major uncomfort to where he just... to where he's still twitching, moving around, trying to shake them loose, get rid of them, fight through the pain, I guess. And one of the stabias that's inside Falkor actually found its way up to the brain. And he crawls around and bites down on something, causing the entire of... well, for the stabia, by the way, causing the entire place to shake. And he realised he probably hit a nerve there. So what he does is he bites down on the one a bit further away and outside of Falkor, it causes Falkor to swing his head violently, slamming it directly into a wall, causing the top parts of the wall to fall down on Falkor, causing him to be there. Falkor's still fighting though. He's not giving up. He needs that final spot. he remains motionless for a while, and all of the Stabias make their way out of Falkor, causing over 4, maybe 5 billion Stabias still alive. They all form back to form a slightly smaller version of the original Creta with no wings. They go up to Falkor. She lifts her front claws up, places one on his tail, and places another a bit further up his body. And opening her mandibles, I think they are, and her mouth as well, she bites down on the waist, let's say, on the side of Falkor, and just rips apart the scales. And Creta is gradually going smaller and smaller as there's tiny Stabias going inside of the flesh of Falkor, just going inside to. She has bitten into the part where the heart is, but she hasn't bitten the heart. That's why she's getting smaller, because the Stabias are going towards the heart. Falkor gets back up to see what Creta's doing, and he goes to have one snap at one of Creta's claws, but Creta stops shrinking herself and infesting Falkor for a bit, just to lift her head up and swing it towards Falkor's head, knocking him backwards, but also dislodging Falkor's other eye, causing Falkor to lie on the ground, knocked out. And eventually, after what seems like 5 minutes, all of Creta's inside of Falkor just gnawing at the heart to the point where eventually it's all gone. Oh, God. I hate that description, by the way. Then after that feast has been thoroughly enjoyed, I must say, all the Creta comes out of Falkor through the mouth. She forms back up completely, and disforming herself just a bit, just where a couple hundred Stabias go for each of Falkor's eyes, pick them up, and flies them to Creta's chamber, whilst the rest of Creta makes her way towards there, ready for the final battle. So, after that morbid description, there's 3 things we learned from this. Falkor has lost, that's 1. Creta is in the final, that's 2. And the third one, Creta's now a collector of eyes. I don't know why I did that, and honestly, it's so grim. I regretted doing it since I said it. But yeah, unfortunately, Falkor has lost. And I say unfortunately because if I was to pick which one I would want to see through, it would be Falkor. But unfortunately, due to Falkor's way of using his venom, dripping from the fangs, there's no way he's going to kill what could be billions, hundreds of billions in fact, of Stabias. There's no way he's going to do that. Quite frankly, I think we're looking at the winner right here. And yeah, I support Mortax and Raksha. I originally thought they would win, but now I'm getting second guesses. See, this tournament is not only a tournament, it's 2 things. 1, a journey. Trust me, it's a never-ending journey. The more competitors there are, the never-ending it is. But also, there's it's just a learning experience for me as well, because I get to learn what abilities these beasts actually have access to. And at the start, I just placed my prediction on which one I like the most, or which one I think is the best. And as it goes on, I realise, actually, this one could win. Because I was like the same thing with the original tournament, because I originally thought Cobra was going to win. But then after Cobra died, I was like, okay, Carnivora, let's say. Or Rock, because they're also strong. But after Carnivora and Rock died, after Rock died, I just no sorry. When we got to the top 10, I looked at the top 10. There was Rock, Carnivora, Torpix, Crestor, Furno, Noctilla, Sultra. No, not Sultra. What were the other? I don't know what the other four are. They're not coming to my head at the moment. Noctilla, maybe? I don't know. Balisk? I don't know. I don't know what they were. I don't know what the top 10 were. But when I looked at the top 10, I was just thinking, right. I think I see the winner here. And I made a prediction, which one I thought the winner would be. And that prediction was the winner. I predicted Torpix would win from the top 10. Now at the top 3 now. But when we got to the top 4, or top 7, let's say, I was still dead set on Raksha or Mortax. There was a little voice in my head thinking maybe Kyrax. But no, I still stayed strong on that. This beast has never crossed my mind. And now it's making me think this beast can win. Because this beast, Creta, isn't like any other beast. It is literally billions of tiny little stabias, little insects, put together to make a behemoth. If this beast does not win, then I'm just going to say that whoever wins the next battle and beats Creta, they deserve that win. But yeah, with that being said, Creta has won and is in the final. Falkor has lost. If you think Falkor should have won, please leave in the comments below why you think that. However, I do regret to say my word is final and Creta's in the finals. That's pretty funny. Whereas Falkor is not. So with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below. Join me in the next Battle of the Beast episode, which will be battle number 23. Heading our way to the finals now. Mortax versus Raksha. Until then, peace out.